Hey guys, so in this video we're going to be talking about how to manage approach anxiety, and this is probably most related to, uh, it's probably mostly for men who are trying to, approach women, but this can relate to either gender, honestly. And although approach anxiety can come from a number of sources, I'm going to go over at least two of the main reasons why a lot of people experience this. So, a lot of it, I think, is simply just people are taught or think that, it's creepy or it's weird or it's dumb or whatever, belief they have it is to go up and talk to somebody, right? When in reality, that's just not true at all. If you see somebody who you think is attractive, or just anybody in general who you want to talk to, there's nothing wrong with going up and starting a conversation with them, right? So that's kind of the first main point I wanted to make, is there's nothing wrong with, going up and talking to somebody. And obviously, we should still use our social awareness and our common sense here, right? We shouldn't just go up and, ask out a girl who, is clearly with her boyfriend, right? We should still respect people's relationships, use our own common sense, right? But in general, if you see somebody out at a bar or a coffee shop or the store or wherever it is, honestly, it doesn't really matter what setting it is, and you really want to talk to them, there's nothing wrong with, going up and saying hi, right? So that's one thing we need to make clear, is that, hey, I am allowed to do this. I am allowed to go and talk to somebody. I have the right to do that. And, there's nothing wrong with that, right? So a lot of this is just simply giving yourself permission to do that. And then the last point I have here is, a lot of times we think that the person is going to get really mad at us or have this weird adverse reaction when we go and talk to them. However, what we need to realize is that, number one, that rarely happens, and number two, if it does happen, understand that is not your fault, and that is just simply their lack of emotional maturity, right? There's no reason that somebody should be freaking out or yelling at you or acting like that just because you went up and said hi to them, right? So anyways, I hope you guys found this video useful, and I'll see you guys next time.